Okay, this really surprises me that a lot of people don't do this actively. And if you want to get better faster, do this every day.
You heard the man. So today, we will be breakdown, an anime like how Ethan Becker did in his video about Avatar. So doing these 3 steps every day is supposed to level up your drawing skills. So let's see how I did after day 1. Make sure you check Ethan Becker's video on how he broke down Avatar The Last Airbender, which you can find down in the description below. Also, make sure you watch till the end because I have a drawing challenge for you. Hey guys, my name is RJ and I'm a self-taught artist and animator behind Studio De Laron, a channel dedicated to sharing with you everything I'm learning about art, animation, and drawing. So, let's break down some anime. Well, first and foremost, the scenes we will be breaking down here are from Dota, Dragon's Blood, which some of you may argue that it's not really anime because it's not Japanese. If that's what you're thinking, whatever man. Western animation has come a long way in providing us worthy anime to watch, and even though it's not the same as your usual Japanese anime, it still has a certain appeal. Besides, Dota Dragon's Blood was made by the same studio who gave us the classic Avatar, Last Airbender, and The Legend of Korra. The artists and animators who work in these shows are some of the best in the industry, so we are here to learn from them by breaking down their work. Again, make sure you watch till the end because I have a drawing challenge for you.
Barkeep, another round.
Excuse me? An ice rack white, please. 2 glasses. Chilled, of course. Not so sharp.
2 crowns.
It smells.
There, I found the perfect expression. As Ethan Becker said in his video, you gotta find an expression or iconic pose you like. I think for me, it's more like practicing a simple expression because I'm still working on practicing my drawing skills. I'm also working on developing a style similar to Studio Mir, which is the studio who created Dota as well as Avatar. This method of studying other people's work will help you get into the mindset of the artist who made this. Set up your reference and set the opacity lower. First thing I am working on here is setting up the basic foundations of the face. Then I simplify the shapes used for the eyes and the mouth and try to understand the proportions used. As I am seeing here, the distance between the eyes, the nose, the mouth, and the chin are almost equal to each other, and maybe it's because his head is slightly tilted upward. For now, that's all I need to proceed to the next step, which is redrawing. Because what I really wanted to understand here are the proportions and the style for this character. I really like how the nose is shaped here, so this is something that's going to be in my visual library for sure. Based on my observation, this drawing of a nose is often found in front view of the character and sometimes on the 3/4 view. I then proceed to draw the rest of the hair by a simply copy method. Technically, I should have done a breakdown of the hair as well to understand it, because I did struggle a bit trying to figure out the size of the hair, but I didn't want to get lost too much on the details. I also flipped the canvas to see if there is something I could improve on, which in this case became the mouth and the jawline. Again, I'm really just focusing on the style and not necessarily the whole drawing, because one of my goals is to develop this style so I could create more drawings like this, which I plan to include in my portfolio. After this, I change the color of my drawing or redraw to do the next step, which is to compare. Bam! So we have a lot of mistakes already. The first thing that I really saw is how the face should be more upwards. The shape of my face seems to be on point, but my drawing seems to follow the typical proportions of the face and did not account for the face being tilted more upward. The hair is also way bigger than it's supposed to be, so the head proportion didn't look right. This was actually going to be natural because I didn't really break down the hair, which could have told me the relationship between the hair and the face. I then moved my drawing aside to just improve the drawing even more and then realized that the nose must be more straight. So after correcting that, I am now a little bit smarter because what really happened in that last step is that I learned. I became aware of how I am making small mistakes that I could improve. Now, moving on to the next scene.
Safe travels, miss.
Wait. I don't have money, but I do have other items of value.
Oh, sorry, not interested. Human women are pleasantly soft, but too easy to come by.
That's not my...
So again, I am choosing very simple scenes here to really understand the proportions of the face and the shapes used. I created the cross to capture where the face is looking at and then proceeded to do the head. Then I simplified the shapes of the eyes into a hexagon. I did my best to guess where the body is behind all the clothing she has. Then I break down her hair, which was interesting because these three shapes of a triangle can be simplified into a one triangle that converges, as well as the sideburns. This then just trimmed to just make it look like it's three triangles. Now, if we just hide the reference, we can see that the face is following a typical anime proportion, which I made a video about that you can find in the description below. I then broke down her clothes and simplified it as well. I'm not really concerned about the folds of the clothes here because what is really important for me is the shape. Understanding the shape language of a character is critical in character design. I then proceeded to redraw it. Again, I am simply following my guide and how it looks like and doing my best to be conscious of the things I have learned from my breakdown as I do my redraw. It's really important to be really conscious and think as you draw because this is when you actually learn something. You cannot blindly draw and just copy what you see and expect that you are actually learning how to draw. You gotta think about what was going on with your reference and the breakdown and try to understand that by doing the redraw. After a while, I proceeded to just copy straight from the reference and still thinking. And this is only for the little details on top of the big shapes. I also cleaned up the eyes so I could practice the style even more. Now it's time to compare. The first thing I noticed here is the angle of my drawing as well as the scale being off, so I corrected that using a free transform tool. After scaling up, my face was really on point, but then I realized that the ear was a bit down, so it needed to go up. The hair was also a bit smaller, so I adjusted it by moving my drawing aside and actually doing a redraw of it instead of simply adjusting the scales using free transform tools. This is to develop more confidence in my drawing skills. I need to actually draw my corrections and not simply rely on the free transform tools. After modifying the body a bit more and doing another comparison, I then realized that I need to edit and shift the neck a bit more, and then I'm done. Now all that is left to do is to do this every day and see if I could actually get a job at Studio Mir. So, you've come this far, I might just present to you the drawing challenge I have. Pick a show, an anime, with a style that you like to adapt and do the exact same things I did on this video. Post your breakdown on Instagram and use the hashtag BreakdownRJ so we could all see and learn from each other. Anyway guys, thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed this video. I did another breakdown as you can see here, but I don't want to go over it because it's just a simple face of an unknown character in the scene. Make sure you check Ethan Becker's video about these exact same steps, which you can find down in the description below. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell button if you like more videos about art, drawing, and animation. I'll see you in the next video, and as always, keep on creating so you can make this world more beautiful with your imagination.